The head of the armed forces, General Sir David Richards, has paid tribute to the 6 soldiers who died in Afghanistan. The Chief of Defence Staff said it's likely that more lives will be lost. But Britain has important work to do in the country and must hold its nerve. 5 of the 6 soldiers who died were based at the Battlesbury Barracks in Wiltshire. And our reporter Andrew Plant is there for us this morning. Andrew, good morning.
Good morning to you. The Ministry of Defence has said that it will name the 6 soldiers who were lost in Afghanistan at some point today. Now, it spent much of yesterday describing the men as simply missing in action, but slowly the details became clear that their armoured vehicle, a Warrior, had been hit by some form of improvised explosive device, a rather large one it seems, although there are still many questions about what type of explosive that was. And then later on yesterday, the news that their remains had been recovered from that site of the explosion and taken back to the main military base at Camp Bastion in Afghanistan. 5 of those soldiers from the barracks here in Warminster. Now, when I left here around 8 o'clock last night, there were perhaps a dozen floral tributes. You can see this morning there are 50 or more, and people still arriving here this morning to lay more flowers. I think that's because the community here in Warminster seems to be particularly close to its military links. A lot of people knowing someone who works on the base here, or even part of a military family themselves. You'll also see next to this gentleman here the candle up in the box. That was lit as the troops left, around 90 of them, on Valentine's Day, February the 14th, just a few weeks ago. Many of them on their first tour, and some of them very young indeed. The idea, of course, to keep the candle burning until all the troops return home. Well, I think the news really sinking in here that 6 more troops now very much won't be returning home. The death toll now standing at 404 lives lost since the war began in Afghanistan. And as I say, the Ministry of Defence have said they aim to name those 6 soldiers later on today.
All right, Andrew, thanks very much.